check the weather. I heard somebody say something on Facebook. Well, thank you, Charles. Thanks for farting right in my face. Literally. Thanks, bud. Oh my god, that dog. He's a gas bag. Yeah, we, apparently we have another storm coming here this week. Oh yeah, we do too. Wednesday.
TMI, Rose. We're live. Hey, how you doing, Boom? Nice to see you. Salute. I want to thank everybody for sharing me with others and for watching this show. Thank you guys very much. Atulia, how you doing? I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. I watched the Super Bowl. First time I've seen the Super Bowl in 20 years. Pretty good game, actually. So.
Hey, Mike. Boom's asking why you weren't live yesterday. You told everybody we were going to be live on Sunday.
On Discord?
Yeah.
Well,
I told him you forgot.
I had the Super Bowl, and I just goofed up. My brain is not attached correctly, you guys. I am sorry. This move that I have to make and abandon where I'm at to move somewhere else on the fly. I've only got 3.5 months to get out of here after living here for 6 years. It's extremely stressful, and my brain is a mess. And so, you know, I would say I probably got PTSD going on, and who knows what else that is causing me to have all these mental issues.
You got PTSD, Mike?
I am sorry I wasn't on yesterday. Say what? What, Eddie?
PTSD is pretty tiny, small bit.
Well, for me, it seems like a small thing, even though it creates big problems.
Hannah's in.
Hi, Hannah. Nice to see you. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Okay, so I think I need to do some detail work here. All right, you guys, I've been working on these engines quite a bit, and I've also been working on the lights, getting the lights on this thing to work right. Oh, hold on a second. I got to turn that light off over there. Yeah. Let's get that. There we go. Got it, Coach. All right. Now, I'm going to show you guys how this works. Here we go. All righty. Now, as you all know, I've been doing fiber optics on this stuff here. Well, not only is it lighting up everything up front, I'm also getting some fiber optics along here as well, but also there. Now, those are the clearance lights. Also, I have got these up here, this gun turret up here also has them. And then the engines are lit. And so what I've been doing all morning was I was putting more fiber optics into this because I have to, these are the shoulder guns. 2 on the right, 2 on the left, or 2 on starboard and 2 on port. Okay, that means I have to start building these. Uh-oh. Doggone it. Come here, you. Did I bend anything? No, it's looking good. Looking good. Oh, those are getting weak. Okay, well, that's the way it goes. They look used. That's a good point. All right, now I should do the detail work up there on that, which I can do.
Mike, Goldblum wants to know when you're going to paint it.
Well, I'm going to paint it when it's done. It's not done. It's starting to get some paint on it here and there, but yeah, it's got to get finished first. And when you're doing stuff like this, you guys, it has to, you have to build this piece at a time. And because it's handmade, every piece that you build onto this adds more detail to it and adds more stuff you've got to do. So that is there, and that is there. With all the detail work that you have to do with something like this, you have to take your time. You can't rush it, because if you do rush what you're doing, you're going to end up with some big mistakes, and big mistakes are hard to fix, especially if it requires tearing apart stuff you built to fix something else.
Gotta go, Mike. Great to see you. It's looking great, by the way. Ernie.
Thank you, Ernie. Take care. Have a good day. Okay, Elmer's glue, you guys. I use Elmer's glue mostly, not exclusively. There are times when I've used other glue, like Gorilla Glue or Super Glue, but that's like super rare. All right, it's very unusual for me to use a different kind of glue other than Elmer's. PVA, same kind of glue. Okay.
You should try Shremley glue, Mike.
What glue?
Shremley. It's Elmer's backwards.
Well, then I don't need to try it. I use it every day.
Yeah, but you gotta try it backwards from the bottom up. Maybe it glues better.
Yeah, unfortunately, these only glue one way.
See what happens, Mike, when I go weld? That's exactly what happens.
You weld it upside down?
Yeah,
No, you don't. I've seen your work.
it's terrible.
Yeah, not really. It's terribly good.
I'm gonna report it.
Uh-huh. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Phone Show. Nice to meet everybody. I'm working on a Hammerhead Corvette. This is the build that I'm doing right now. It has fiber optics and LEDs in it. And it's just very cool, this build. Uh-huh. Okay, that's not bad. What color is that? All right. All right. Well, something I have to do. I really need to get my picture up on my laptop and see what I need to do with this. All right, I'm gonna put you guys down on the bottom for a minute. Get rid of that and bring this up. Come on. Malware bites. Keeps my computer clean. Okay.
It provides a good amount of vitamin C, right?
What is?
It also keeps a good amount of vitamin C into you.
What does?
Malware bites.
Malware bites has 0 vitamin C, Eddie. I'm sorry.
Rocket's in.
Howdy, Rocket. Nice to see you. Hope you had a good weekend, Rocket.
And he thought his name was Elmer and tried to use his own glue, turned into a stinky mess at Rocket.
That's nice, Rocket. Way to go. Yeah. All right. How is this? Let's see here. Yeah. Well, and I don't know if that's going to work at all, but we're going to try it anyway. This is this piece that I'm putting on here right now. It's very springy. It doesn't want to stay down. And so what I have to do is I have to let this glue tack up really well. Then I have to try and get that to stay put. Now, so far this weekend, it did not stay put. Hey, Eddie, is Boom still in?
Yeah.
Hey, Boom, I've got to move out of here. And one of the reasons why I didn't have a show Sunday, and I said I would and I didn't, was because I was busy moving things. And I absolutely forgot. I'm sorry, Boom.
Boom has to let him know he has to be a member to see it on Discord anyway, Mike. He's not a member.
Well, hey, Boom, when I say I'm going to have a live show on Sunday, it's not here. It's on Discord, and you have to be at least a bronze member to be able to go there. So anytime I talk about a show on Sunday, it's not on YouTube. It's on Discord. Okay, I've got these shoulder guns pulled up right now, and I'm going to have to start building the shoulder guns because I have to get these things, these fiber optics in the turrets made for them. Wow. This is going to be a tough build, everybody.
Somebody said, can I say I just love your videos?
Thank you very much. Thank you for your support, everybody. And I want to thank everyone that has gone over to my GoFundMe page and helped out. Just $1. Anybody that can go in there and put in a buck. Thank you for that. This move is terribly stressful. Wow.
What do you think is your best build, Mike?
What do I think is my best build? Well, I'd have to say I think my best build is going to be this one. This one is just stunning. The Black Pearl was very, very good. I like the Black Pearl a lot as well. But each time I step my game up a little bit, I think I get a better build. This one has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turrets on it. Okay, all of the turrets work. They're also fiber optically lit. And so, yeah, it's, oh, and that won't stay down. Doggone it. Okay, what in the world? Come on now. This may not work, you guys. I might not be able to get this to stick. In that case, I'm going to have to figure out how to clamp it down tonight after the show. I believe I've got the clamps that'll work. So that's probably what I'm going to have to do. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with this anymore. I'm just going to clean the glue off of that. These dental tools come in darn handy for so much stuff. Okay, I'm going to go to work on something else. Alrighty, now I need to build turrets on these, and they're taller than this. So now you just have to extrapolate different things. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at this. That is about an inch. That is about an inch and a quarter, and then the turd is on top of that. Okay, what do I need? Oh, I need this. Now, you want to know straight across from something, you put a straight edge on, and then you go ahead and you look at it, because otherwise you don't know what you're getting into. Oh boy, I'm glad I did that. Yeah, so 1 inch is going to put it up taller than that. You got to do the other side as well, because you never know what you're going to end up with unless you do both sides, because your symmetry is very important. Oh yeah, well, looks like 1 inch is going to do it, because that gives me, all right, so that is right there. Wow. Okay, and then that, so, and the gun on top of that. All right, so it looks like I need a 1 inch tube. Okay, now what I have to do is I have to look up my round stuff. Okay, because I've got to figure out how to make a tube. I think what I'm going to use, so I'm going to use this piece of PVC pipe, because, yeah, it's a good diameter, and the paper won't stick to it, you know, when you glue it on. Now what I need, now what do I need? Let's get that out of the way. I don't want to lose those. I think I'm going to use junk mail, you guys, because junk mail makes really, really good, strong tubing. And I think I'm going to need 4 pieces of this. So we're going to cut off 4 inches of this junk mail in 1 inch increments. The thing about these pieces, basically, I wouldn't even have to measure these, except because you can do this, you can cut along these typing, all right, and along that typing will also give you straight lines. But I want these to be, you know, 11 inches is a better wrap than 8 inches is. And when you cross these, it's 8 and the, what is it? 8 by 11, I think is what these things are. All right, there's one.
Somebody said you got, I see lots of builds in the back. Cool, man. Why don't you show one?
Okay, I'll show you a build. Hang on, let me get these 4 pieces of paper cut, and I will bring up something and show you. Now, I've been building for 17 years. I have a lot of stuff, and someday, if I can get a home, and it might be sooner than later, because I've got to be out of here in 3 months. So I'm gonna see if I can't get something going on with this and get a house to where I can actually have everything set up, and then I can film it all. That would be very cool. I'm hoping that that is going to happen. Now, got these. Okay, so I suppose I should start with my Star Destroyer. That is probably the most amazing piece. This is 11,390 pieces of paper. And believe me, I counted all this stuff. This is how I do it. All right, when I'm working on a project, I have a parts list. And as I put parts on, I add it. Hours, I put hours down there. So that's how come I know this was 11,000 pieces of paper. Now, if you take screenshots along here, you guys, you're not going to find any two modular units that are the same. Modular units, there, modular units there, here, there. All right, that was the hard part about this, was doing those modular units all the way along this on both sides. None of them are the same. Just absolutely stunning detail on this stuff, you guys. Now, this is 11,000 pieces. It was over 500 hours build time. There's an Easter egg hiding on this somewhere. Good luck finding it. This is Darth Vader's Devastator Star Destroyer. Just absolutely stunning what you can do with paper. Yeah. If you find the Easter egg, don't tell anybody. So, is it tough? If you did that with your Lego, it'd explode. And believe me, I've been doing this for a long time. It doesn't come loose. Elmer's glue, acrylic paint, and these were a lot of cracker boxes. This is my SD Zaku Gundam. And if you look inside here, yeah, it's made from a Pepsi box. Your stand's got to come off, by the way.
Hey, Mike, would you consider yourself a hobbyist or an artist?
I'm a hobbyist artist.
These are so cool.
Yeah. I can change thrusters on this Zaku. I like building this. This was a fun build. Used finger joints, made my own gun, my own hatchet. Uh-huh. You might be into aircraft and stuff. Well, it doesn't matter what it is. You can build it with paper. Can't play with your toys if you leave the stands on. And they are extremely strong. Built properly with my techniques, you can play with these things like crazy. Thank you all for sharing me with others, by the way, and for putting up all the likes. And thank you guys for helping me financially. Thank you very much. Even $1 helps out at this point, because I've got to move in 3 months. And it's a stunningly difficult move. I've been here in this location at Joe's place for 6 years. And so it is going to be very, very difficult. But I've done difficult my whole life. I will make it. It's not one of those kind of things that I won't do. I have to do it. And there is not an alternative to it. Okay, Darth Vader's wingman. They did not do well. I used Tyvek paper to make these solar cells. It looks pretty good. Okay.
Mike, love you, wishing you the best and wishing I could help you out.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Paper Army, for all the folks that can help and do. And for all the folks that want to help and can't, I'm sorry. I wish you could. I wish there was something I could do to help you guys. And the only thing I can do is be on here and talk and hopefully help you with your day. So, you want to build stuff out of paper? If you get my tutorials, which is a bronze membership, that's $2.98 a month. If you do that, you can start making the micro machines, and I highly suggest that. This is my first build, January 2010, 17 years ago. With that, I built all kinds of micro machines. Reason I built them was because I was playing a game and I wanted the guys to have realistic stuff to play with. And so I made all these things.
Papua New Guinea's in.
Papua New Guinea's in. Nice to see you. Welcome back, by the way. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope your families are well as also. And so anyway, that brings us back to this one. This is where I'm at right now. Okay. Thing will stand on its own really well. That's because my symmetry on my engines is almost perfect. And that kind of symmetry makes a huge difference in what you're doing. Okay, so let's go over here and start this. Now, I'm probably going to need more than just 4 of these. I have to do 4 shoulder guns. I might have to use 3 or 4 pieces of paper per shoulder gun. Now, the thing is,
Mike, Soul said you don't need anything to do for us. You make YouTube the place it's now, and it's the best you can do, but I'm sure you can do even more. Wish you the best engineering experience ever, man.
thank you, Soul. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. I do. And so, if I can help people just by talking, I'm a big windbag, you guys. I can talk a lot. I talk almost 2 hours straight every show, Monday through Friday. So yeah, I do okay. And so thank you all for that.
Mike, how did the Warthog grow on you?
What, Eddie?
Boom wants to know how the Warthog grew on you. I don't know. I think he wants to know why you like it so much. Or, I don't know.
I've liked the Warthog plane since I very first saw it years and years and years and years ago. And that's why I made one. Now, this is how you have to do this. You have to start it. Once you start wrapping the paper around there, you have to make sure that it goes on straight. Because if it does not, people in building, they talk about walking off. Okay, now what walking off is, it looks like it's going straight, but actually it's slowly, slowly, slowly walking off to the right or to the left. If you have that happening with what you're doing here, you can't continue it. You have to stop it, cut the paper off, and start it again. Because walking off, it won't work with what you're building. So now, there is the first level. And I know just from building enough that I'm going to have to at least use 4. All 4 of these 1-inch strips are going to be on the first tower that the shoulder gun is on. Okay, that means I need to use more junk mail. That's all right, I have lots of junk mail.
100 likes, Mike.
Thank you guys for putting up likes. And so now, I start the second piece for this. And as you can see, this junk mail is a mess. That's a coffee stain up there. It does not matter. It's all interior work. Doesn't matter.
Hey, Mike, can you show the A10 Warthog?
I can show the A10. Absolutely. All right, you guys. Burp, gun with wings. Made out of a cracker box. This is a cracker box plane.
Beautiful.
And your paper plane is as strong as a real one.
You need to send that to me, Mike, so I can do some testing.
Yeah, well, I test it on the show every day.
No, but we need to see if it'll hold up to the Arizona heat, right?
Yeah. Anyway, there it is, everybody. I think it's one of the best aircraft ever made. The B-17 was very, very good. It was probably top of the line. You could shoot it full of holes, blow wing parts off, and it'd still make it home. Very incredible aircraft, the B-17.
You make them from paper?
Of course I make them from paper. That's what I do.
No, his name's only the paper engineer because he makes things out of plastic.
Yes. Anyway, it doesn't matter what it is, you guys. What, Eddie?
Kat said your thoughts on the SR-71.
The SR-71 Blackbird was very cool. Thoughts on it? In 1964, I was at a model store. Because back in the 60s, there were model places everywhere. You could go to any 5 and dime store and they had models. Anyway, I was looking at the model aircraft in there, and here was a SR-71 Blackbird model kit, 1964. Nobody even knew the thing existed. I bought it and built it. I wished I still had it. I mean, I really do, because that thing was so rare, unbelievably rare. But anyway, in 1964, I knew about the SR-71, and it wasn't until the 70s that they were actually well known in the world. So, yeah, I like the SR-71. I think it was a very cool aircraft. Now they got satellites to do everything that did. And so they don't have to do that anymore, which means they don't have to worry about pilots getting shot down. So, coffee stain, doesn't matter. All of this stuff is going to be inside. You'll never see it again once it's built. Okay. I have the SR-71 Blackbird that the X-Men played with. I have an A-10 Warthog, and I have a F-14 Tomcat. Those are the only planes I've got at this point, because there's so many cool things to build. I don't have time to build them all. So that's why I need y'all's help, because you can be making stuff that I can't make because I don't have time to do it. So that's why I hope y'all can learn how to do this and start making your own things and make cool stuff that I haven't got time to make.
You're a man full of knowledge.
I've got a little knowledge, yeah. Here's a little story for you guys. Back in 73, I was on the flight line in the Philippines, working on an aircraft, and I was talking with an old guy, and he told me something that stuck with me all these years. 73, 83, 93, 233, 13, 23. That was 50 years ago. He said, young man, never stop learning. I went, okay, that's good. That's good wisdom. And so here I am, 72 years old. I've never stopped learning. I'm still learning. And best advice I can give you, never stop learning. The DeLorean? Absolutely. Got it right here.
They asked if you ever made cars.
It's the only car I got right here. Is a DeLorean.
You also made a tractor, though. You let them know that.
Not a car. But yes, I made a tractor. If I make another car, it's probably going to be a 1953 Corvette. Well, that's actually looking pretty good. And that feels thick enough to be strong enough to build what I want to build out of this. So it looks like I'm going to be able to do these 4 shoulder turrets out of 8 pieces of paper. This one will create number 2. Okay, what am I doing over there? Alrighty. Oops, going the wrong direction with that. That's okay. We can go this way with it. Alright, now I'm going to start number 2. And all you do is, I have got literally dozens of round things. All different sizes. Because something I have learned, when you're building with paper, there are a lot of things that you need round stuff with. Okay, this chassis was paper towel rolls. The ears were round pieces. The engines were round pieces. These turrets, round. These things, round. All right, it's all part of the build process, but I use a lot of round stuff. All weapons are round. They're barrels, unless you got some kind of a proton weapon, and they don't have those yet. So, but anyway, yes, a lot of stuff deals with round things. You want to make tires and wheels on a vehicle. And guess what? They're round. I use black construction paper to make the rubber.
Mike, somebody asked if you had any experience flying planes.
I've had no experience flying planes. I've been in a lot of cockpits and studied that for years, but I've never had an opportunity to get a pilot's license. I would like to someday, but I'm getting a little bit old. I probably will not be able to do that in my lifetime. Wished I had. Okay. Now.
Is it true that glue is made from horses?
It used to be. I don't believe that glue is made from horses anymore. And it was only the hooves that made the glue. And that's an old fact. It used to be. What, Eddie?
I heard aircraft detailing pays well. I wish I could get into that.
If you want to get into something, study it. That's the best way to do it. If you study and get good at something, you can get a job in it. You know, find out in your local area if there's any aircraft detail shops and go talk to them. Start learning. Never stop. I've learned so much cool stuff in my lifetime. unbelievably interesting, the different things that I have learned. So basically, I can do just about anything I want if I have to. I don't want to. I like doing what I'm doing right now. This is the first job I've ever had where I didn't run out of new stuff to invent or make. There we go. That's 2 of the 4. Now the cool thing about this is Elmer's glue will not stick to plastic. So all I have to do is start turning this like this. Oh, look at that. Now I set it back here on my fan, and the air, the constant air flowing around it will dry it fast. So tonight, these will be dry. Tomorrow, they'll be super dry. I can show you what to do with them. Uh-oh. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on now. All right, that is not wanting to come off of there.
Great advice, Matthew, and your advice is amazing.
Well, thank you very much. And I don't know why that's not wanting to come off of there. Glue won't stick to plastic.
Rose to the front office. Rose to the front office, please.
There we go. I just had to figure out which way to spin it off.
Rose here.
There we go. Hi, Rose. Nice to see you. And I can see her. She's on my Zoom meeting. Hey, you guys, if anybody would like a backstage pass to meet all the people in the show that deal with what I'm dealing with, and you hear their voices all the time, you can't see them, we do backstage passes on Tuesdays. Talk to Eddie, Rose, Miranda, or Derek, and they can help you with getting a backstage pass.
Okay, Mike, I'm going to go ahead and leave Rose in charge. I'm going to go ahead and be monitoring her and watching her behavior while
Good luck with that one, Eddie. She'll probably beat you with a tire iron.
All right, Mike, I'm still macroing, so.
Okay. Darn, this thing's getting too much glue on it. Uh-oh. I packed up all my... Oh, no, I didn't. There's one. Okay, I still got some. All right, most of my paper's been packed up. Shoot. I'm trying to get moved. I tell you what, it's tough. There we go. Got some more glue pad. And now, I clean this off. Wipe all the glue off of it. Now, the cool thing about this A-wing, and they're tough, guys. I don't care. You can do anything you want with them. And believe me, they go good on a stand. All right? You build stands for everything. What stand is this one? That's stand number 15. I built this from a die-cast A-wing. And I can't find it right now. Don't understand where it went. It was right here. Oh, there it is. Covered over with paper. A friend of mine gave me this die-cast A-wing, 3 inches. Well, it was too small, so I blew it up to 9 inches, and I built this one from this one. Look pretty similar, don't they? Absolutely. It's easy when you have something and learn how to do something else with it. I learned how to build with paper. This was my very first piece in January of 2010. I was playing a Star Wars game with these guys, and I was brand new to it, and I started on a Monday, and on Wednesday we left Coruscant, headed for somewhere, I don't know. But anyway, we took off on the star chart with this piece of paper right here. And I said, what's that? They didn't even have anything drawn on it. What you see is what I saw. They said, that's our Millennium Falcon. I went, okay. Well, I went home on the weekend and ate a box of mac and cheese and built this Falcon. Mac and cheese box from memory. I built it from memory. I just knew it was roughly this shape. That was 17 years ago, and I never quit building. So now I can build anything. All right, what have we got here? What have we got here? What is this? First choice. Okay. All right, more junk mail. Here we go. And now, I know, that's 2. I need 4 more. Oh, is it gonna, oh, it's gonna fit. I'll be darned. I don't need any more junk mail just yet. I've got the port and starboard sides of this out of 1 piece of junk mail. When you're building with recycled paper, if you know where to look, it's everywhere. Now, out of my kitchen, I get mac and cheese, I get mac and cheese boxes, I get Pepsi boxes, I get instant rice. It really does not matter if it's in a chipboard box in your home, in your kitchen, you can build with it. I hope GJ is doing okay. All right. Thank you guys very much for all your donations. Thank you for going to my my GoFundMe. Miranda built that for me. I never even I don't know how that stuff works, but she does. And that is definitely going to help a lot. So anyway, thank you all for your help, you guys. I appreciate it very much. Now, we just go ahead. Now I don't use the micro scissors. The Fiskars, these are only for cutting small parts and little special detail and things like that. Anytime I have to do anything lengthy, it's always cut with these Westcott razor scissors. And now I've had these razor scissors for like 4 years. They don't wear out. I only cut paper with them, and they're titanium. Shoot, there's no way paper's going to wear out titanium. It's too tough. And so for 10 bucks, that was 4 years ago. And so it's cost me about $2.50 a year for these scissors. And you say, well, you got these Fiskars. Well, yeah, but I didn't buy these. Joe Pelosi, when I built his Huey, it was a commission build. He sent these to me. And I've been using them ever since because they're really, really good. So, if you take care of your tools, which is something that all mechanics know, anybody, not just mechanics, but people that build homes, take care of your tools. They make you money and they will last for years if you do good with them. my dad always took care of his tools. Whenever we poured concrete, as soon as we were done pouring concrete, he would be cleaning the trowels, cleaning off the shovels and the wheelbarrow. Because I tell you what, there is nothing worse than old concrete stuck to your stuff. It's bad. Once you get your first wrap on here, it works really, really good. I don't know how many of y'all follow American football or not, but boy, the Seahawks sure did good this weekend. It's the first Super Bowl I've watched in 20 years. I'm glad I did. It was a good game. 2 records were set. The most field goals in any Super Bowl ever was this weekend.
Okay, sorry about that. My computer shut down.
Oh, geez. Sorry, Rose.
Jesus. Yeah.
Thank you, Ehab, very much. Thank you very much for the help. Yeah, I wonder what happened, Rose. Wasn't getting any information.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's okay, I'm back.
Yep, okay.
And you have a couple new people in wondering what you're making.
I am making the shoulder turrets for the Hammerhead Corvette that I'm building. Just a second, as soon as I get this piece on there, I will show you what I'm doing. Thank you for your support, everybody. I really could use it right now. It's I'm being evicted basically from where I'm at, and I've been here for a long time, and so I've got to try and figure out how to make this move, and it's going to be tough. And it takes 2 11-inch long by 1-inch wide pieces of paper. And I'll show you what I'm doing in just a second. I got to get this. You can't stop gluing stuff halfway through when you're doing something like what I'm doing right now. You have to go ahead and continue it on. Otherwise, it'll mess everything up that you're building. Okay. Alrighty, got that done.
Alrighty, got that done.
What? What?
What's
This is what I'm building, everybody.
what I thought?
It is a Hammerhead Corvette from Star Wars. The movie that this is in is called Rogue One. Now, what I started doing is working with fiber optics and LEDs with this build. See the grill work right here? That honeycomb? That came off an old heater, a small one. I used to sit under my desk, keep my feet warm. This was a switch for it. When I am done building this, you'll never see the switch. It'll be completely gone.
Alexander said I still have tools I inherited from my father. Some are over 60 years old.
Ah, that's fantastic, Alexander. I tell you what, those old tools, you can't replace them. They're fantastic. That's the landing gear. Clearance lights, bridge lights. Those are the starboard landing lights. The engines. I used that old grill work to make those engines. They look really good. I used an old tail light off my mountain bike for the orange. The other clearance lights. And the top cannon. This is what I'm working on right now. Okay, so, and these pieces are going to go on the shoulder guns. This is the shoulder gun. It's going to be right here. So this piece is going to fit right in here. And if you twist this and hold on to it very careful like, it will come off. You have to be very careful that you don't crush it, because it's wet.
Someone is wondering what the ribbons are behind you.
Oh, yes. Those back there, I went to 5 county fairs in the state of Washington with my paper art. I won everything. I've got over 50 first place ribbons now. And rosettes for best of show, etc. Now, this has to dry as best it can. So I sit it back here behind my laptop underneath my little fan. And now I've got to do, that's just dumb how that works. One more. We got to do one more. Then they have to dry. That means tomorrow I'll be able to start the shoulder guns.
Humans really suck, said, man, I've shown 3 of my friends your channel. So far this week I've been watching. I'm so amazed with your work.
Aye, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's so cool. I hope your friends get a chance to come into the show and watch. All right. Recycled paper, you guys. That's what I build with. The main body parts of anything that I make is all chipboard. And a lot of the young people go, that's not chipboard. That's chipboards for building houses. No. Particle board is for building houses. What, Rose?
Joy.
Joy's in.
Joy is in the show.
Hi, Joy. How are you feeling? I hope you had a pretty good weekend. How's the farm doing? Hey, everybody. I've been to Joy's house up in Black Diamond. I went to a toy show, and Joy and Scobie met me at the toy show, and I followed them up to their house. Very cool place. They got ducks, and they got all kinds of critters. Thank you all for joining my phone show. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you for all the donations. I've got to make a move here in the near future, and those are going to come in exceedingly handy. So thank you all. First layer, junk mail. 1 inch wide, 11 inches long. The body of what I built is mostly, Pepsi box or cereal boxes. Those are the things that I usually use. This part of the build, though, you can't use that. You have to use different types of paper for different applications.
Humans really suck. Just sent you a gift, a torch.
Well, thank you. Yeah, humans, you're correct about that. I'm trying to get the human race to start believing in itself and start treating other human beings good instead of bad. And believe me, there's a lot of places in the world today where humans are treated extremely bad. They're not treated so good sometimes in America either. We got a heck of a problem with all kinds of different, you know, people that think that their race is the only race in the world that is worth saving. And that's kind of sad. Okay, now we got that done. Now, are you going to come off of there, or is it going to be a pain in the backside to try and get you to work? I don't know. Is that going to turn? Turns on itself. Well, I'll let it dry a little bit more, and it'll come off of there. Okay, now.
Chin just sent you a floating heart.
Thank you, King. Thank you very much. Thanks for the help, you guys. All them emojis stack up over time, so thanks very much. And I have learned how to work with this stuff a lot. And so sometimes when I got a stubborn piece, I'm going to be able to get it to come off. There we go. Sometimes this is difficult to work with. All right, we're cooking with gas now, you guys. There it is. Because Elmer's glue won't stick to plastic. Okay, got all those back there. Now, what can I do now? Okay, I can do some detail work now. First, I clean off my PVC pipe, and I put it back. Now, this is what 17 years worth of collecting round stuff looks like. Because come on now, why are you doing that? Because I tipped it up on its side like a goof. I dumped all this stuff out. Is that it? I think that's it. Anyway, I have all kinds of round things. Because you never know what kind of round stuff you might need to build. Old ink pen bodies and mechanisms.
You have somebody in here from Scotland.
Scotland's in. Welcome to the show, Scotland. I'm showing off my round stuff right now. See? All kinds of round stuff. Different sizes. Because the thing is, there's times when you need different kinds of round stuff. Different sizes of round stuff. Haha. Okay. Come on, stupid. Thank you very much. There. Round stuff. Now, don't think you can just find that. That's 17 years worth of collecting round things. All right, so now you can see I've got a lot of detail work on this engine. Well, I've got to do the same thing with these. Only problem is I can't, this one is not, it's too stiff. It won't glue down. So I'm going to have to use some clamps on that. So now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do some detail work. This stuff, this is fun detailed work to do. You just take a little strip of paper and you cut little circles for it. Oh, that's something I could show you guys. Ha ha ha. Friday, I was cutting out these here. I was cutting those out, those circles. Okay, and I showed you, you grid out your paper. Okay, once you get your grid work done, then you can punch out each one of these little squares with a hole. And what you end up with is this. Okay. Now, if I want to put a floor panel in, all I have to do is glue those into a floor plan and then put the furniture on top of it, like co-pilot seat, pilot seat, you know. This is little stuff that I've learned how to do over time. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. This was a very good buy. I had an old one that I got at a garage sale for 50 cents. It did not work well. And there were some of these that wouldn't cut at all because they were chipped. And so I just went ahead and I spent the $10 and got this one. Now, I want to make some detail work. And I've got, no, that's not the same. I try to keep the same type of paper because it's different thicknesses. All this stuff is different thicknesses. And, okay, those are both the same right there. Now what I have to do is I have to check on something. Is that big enough? That's a short one. It is big enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this now is I take a measurement over here. Stop doing that. Doggone it. Okay, that measurement is, you know what? A 1/4 inch is going to be just absolutely fantastic. Might want to make it a little smaller than that though. 3/16 is what I'm going to do. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, first off, I'm going to look at this. It might be better to just use 1/4 inch. Yeah, probably. Nope, 3/16. And I didn't like a 1/4 inch. I'm going to do 3/16. That'll save 1/8 of an inch off that cut. That's going to be just fine. Mechanical pencils, you guys. They're fantastic. What they do is they don't run out of lead until when they're out, you just pull out the little scruffy pieces left and you put another piece in there. And so they stay, you know, if you use 0.3 lead, they're 0.3 sharp. If you use 0.5 like I do, they're 0.5 lead sharp, and they will always draw exceedingly well. This is going to be a port and a starboard side piece. Now I have a little pile of straight shots, and this is what I call a straight shot right here. This is 1/8 of an inch wide. I might use it for something else, so I put it in my little pile over here of what I'm going to do. And now I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to decide how I want to put the dots on this thing. Okay, so it's 3 inches. And I think I'm going to go one there and one there. What, Rose?
What? I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry. Thought you did. Okay, and that is 1/8 and 1/4. And we got that. And I'm going to go right there. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them. Now, this is the exact same thickness of paper that I made these parts on. So, I need 16 total. 8 and 8, because this is the kind of thing you have to have symmetry with. And so all I'm doing right now is I'm just measuring them out the same on the other side, because one is going to be on the port engine, one is going to be on the starboard engine. All right, now I got those. Now I have to make 16 of these. You know what? I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this right here. I'm going to do 16 out of this. Easy to count, easy to look at. I know where center is. And you can usually get away with 3 punches, sometimes 4 before you have to clean your head. Because the thing is, if you do not keep this cleaned out, if you pack 5 of them in there, cut 5 holes, you're not going to get them out of here.
Maurice said he sent you a small donation.
Oh, thank you, Maurice. Yeah, I'll check that out. Okay, let's see, where's that at? That's over here. Yep, alrighty. There it is. Okay, Maurice, got it. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you for the help. And that's my Cash App, everybody. It is $ the Paper Engineer. And a lot less is taken when you go that route. All right, now, see what you got right here when you start doing that? It's gridding this out. So it's giving you a very geometric amount of holes in line. So if you want to take and put these on something, you can.
What is your trade?
I don't have a trade. I did everything in my lifetime. Custom upholstery, hot rods, boats, aircraft. Shoot, I even did upholstery for, show cars. And, shoot, I poured concrete.
Humans really suck. Just became a member of Paper Army Gold.
Oh, thank you, human. Thank you, human, very much. Oh, that's fantastic news. You can go in there. Hey, human, you can now post pictures of what you make over on Discord. And I do believe that you have tutorials over there on the Black Pearl build. It's the only place you can find the Black Pearl. Honey Bunny put the Black Pearl on the mantle. I can't show it to you, but you can see it. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18. So I have to do 3 of these. 3 rows will give me the 18 punches that I need. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the phone show. And I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope your families are all safe.
Human says, I'm very excited to be a part of it.
Thank you, humans. That's awesome news. All right, 1 more row, 2 more sets of punches. And as soon as I get done with these punches, I can show you what I'm going to do with these little holes. One more set. This is also, if you build ships, this is also a very good way to make portholes. Because you got little teeny ones up to 1/4 inch is what you've got with a hole punch. Alrighty. Now, there's your grid work. You can use this stuff for all kinds of things. All right. Now, just a little bit ago, I was making dots on this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add some Elmer's glue. PVA works as well. Now, I squeeze this bottle just a little tiny bit before I start putting it.
Hi there, just wanted to say I see the most bizarre clip showing how to pick any combination lock with paper.
You saw what? Say that again, please, Rose.
They said they saw the most bizarre clip showing how to pick any combination lock with paper.
Wow. That's crazy. I've never seen that clip. But anyway, there it is. And there's a couple ways you can do this. If you have to paint detail work onto this stuff, paint your dots first a different color than what your background is painted. Now with this, it's all painted basically the same color. So I don't have to even worry about that stuff. It's one of those kind of things that, what the heck? I do detail work, but with something like this, it's not important to have done that. Because the base paint on this hammerhead is going to be basically the same. Alrighty. Now, there's one detail strip done.
I seen it just this morning. You slide paper in between each log where you roll the number. It leaves an indent to show what numbers to use.
Huh, I'll be darned. Isn't that cool? Well, no combination locks are safe anymore. Okay. Squeeze your bottle before you start dipping your glue in. Because what happens is now I can squeeze the glue onto here, and then I relax pressure, and it sucks back most of the glue, so you only put on a little teeny tiny bit instead of too much. And it is very easy to get too much glue on something. Then what you've got is a mess. And you've got, it takes too long for it to dry. There we go. That is detail piece number 2. And I had a couple of dots left over. Garbage them. Unless you want to save them, you can just put them in a...
Have you ever made a timepiece or watch?
I have never made any watches. I could have, but I have not. Tweezers. These come in extremely handy, everybody. and I just line this up to where I want it and hold it in place. It doesn't take, usually on flat pieces like this, it does not take long for it to bond.
Chips in a bottle is a cool thing too. Have you ever played around with a 3D printer? Heaps of cool things you can engineer.
Well, the thing is, 3D printers, I don't make anything using a 3D printer. The 3D printer makes it. And I don't believe in that. It's one of those kind of things that I believe handmade stuff is better. And 3D printing, you don't make anything. You just let the 3D printer make it. And that's not building art. That's just using a machine to make something. And so, are there uses for 3D printers? Oh, yes, lots of them. And I'm sure that in the future, there's going to be lots more things that 3D printers are going to do. That's the detail work I'm doing right now. Just got done doing it over there on this piece. You got to check your work. This just started popping off right here. I just had to touch it back down. Okay, now set that right there. When I touch this, it's cold to the touch. That means it's still wet.
Somebody's asking what today's sandwich build is.
I don't do sandwiches anymore. All right, I just noticed something with this. It's starting to change shape as it's getting dry. Well, I do not want it to change shape. It needs to stay round. So I just push it back on here like this. And I'm going to take the other 3 pieces and I'm also going to put them on there. Because I do not want them to change shape.
Can you show a piece that's already finished?
Yes.
So we can have some reference of how detailed your builds are.
Yep, I will show you a piece in just a minute. I do not want those to change. Go ahead.
Does the glue you use make shapes change much while drying?
Yes, because any glue, PVA, wood glue, Elmer's glue, it's wet. You're building with paper, all right? And when you get paper wet, it does weird things, changes shape, okay? And so sometimes, especially with perfectly round things that you need to build, they can't change shape much because they have to be round to make them work properly. This is my biggest piece. It's 3.5 pounds, 11,000 pieces of paper, 500 hours build time. It's hollow, and it's not a Lego. Just absolutely amazing what you can do with paper. What, Rose? Oh.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, well, I heard something. I thought you was saying something. So, but anyway, yes. Now, the funny thing, when you're building with paper, if you make something round like this, when it dries, it dries and it shrinks up and it's a mess. I could never get a round ball correct, that size. A buddy of mine came over one day and said, "Want a fireball?" Now, atomic fireballs are jawbreaker candy. And he handed it to me, but I was building, so when I grabbed it, I dropped it on the floor and it rolled. I grabbed it up off the floor, threw it in my mouth, and it said, "You got 2 more?" Sure. So these are actually Jawbreakers candy that I used on the Star Destroyer.
What's your favorite paper ship from Star Wars that you've built?
My favorite Star Wars ship paper that I built, I would have to say it's the Eyeball TIE Fighter from the graphic novel series Legacy. This one right here.
This man is the Sith Lord himself, building his own fleet.
Well, I have got a few ships, yes. Let me see. I've got this one, the Eyeball TIE Fighter. I got a TIE Bomber. I've got the A-Wing. I'm building the Hammerhead Corvette right now, which I haven't built any Star Wars stuff in like 7 years. This Hammerhead Corvette's the first Star Wars I built in 7 years.
Love the Jawbreaker rack.
Of course, I painted it with acrylic paint. It don't get wet. The Jawbreaker has not broke down since 2017. It's been doing really good. I broke them off a couple times, had to glue them back on. But yes, the Jawbreaker is going to last for centuries. It's basically hard sugar, as long as you don't get it wet. In other words, with acrylic paint on it, it can't get wet, because acrylic paint is plastic paint when it dries.
I'm back.
But you can build anything you want. Welcome back, Eddie. This is a DeLorean from Back to the Future, made out of paper.
They look like,
Say, Rose?
like perhaps... Nothing. Eddie, you're back. Yay. Go for it.
That's all right. Your feet look like prunes. Didn't you know that? Quit getting in the shower. Anyway, this is a DeLorean, everybody. I made this from paper. I made 5 of these. 4 of them are sold. This is the #1 prototype. Yeah. But Star Wars was my first love of building. So I made more Star Wars than anything else. But I have made all kinds of other stuff. I used iris petals, flowers. I dried them. Yeah, put them in a book, dried them flat. Glued them onto a paper towel. Then glued the paper towel onto a wireframe. And made a dragonfly. So, can you make anything you want? Sure. It just is up to you what you want to build. My favorite series, TV show, was The Walking Dead.
Are you reading, Mike?
No. The Walking
I
Dead.
didn't tell you that.
This is a katana from The Walking Dead. What, Eddie? What?
I'm just trying to see where you did. You welcome Marie?
Yeah. Rose told me he was in.
Okay.
He was able to send a gift too. Thank you, Maurice, again. Negan's bat, Lucille, from The Walking Dead. All right. If you like something, whatever it is, you learn how to build with paper, you can make it. And if you go to my paperarmy.net, you can buy stuff. Don't have a lot for sale over there, but we got a bunch of different things. You might like swizzle sticks. Yeah, huh? Paperarmy.net. If you get a bronze membership, silver or gold, you can go look at tutorials and learn how to build this stuff. You can come watch my show every day. That'll help.
What?
You're at 250 likes, Mike.
Oh, that's cool. What in the hell is going on? Doggone it. How'd that get on the floor? I don't know. Sometimes things happen. And then you run over it with your roller chair. Darn. And I actually ran over a part once with my roller chair. Yeah, it ruined it. Okay, where am I at? Where am I at? Doing detail work. How darn, why does that keep coming off? See, this thing popped off again. Doggone it. You have to pay attention to your build, because the glue, when the glue gets into paper, it wants to warp it and do all kinds of stuff. And this piece has come off twice now. If it doesn't stick this time, it means I got to re-glue it and hold on to it.
Hi.
Hi, Ruby. How are you doing?
Hi.
Yeah, did you have fun at school today? I hope nobody was picking on you today.
They were.
Well, we're going to have to send you to martial arts training, young lady.
Want some karate? Hi.
And in case you guys are wondering what I'm doing here, this is the battery box for this Hammerhead Corvette. This is what I've been working on for, well, here's the parts list and the hours I've been doing this. And I started this in 9/12 of 25. And I'm still working on it. I got another at least 1 more month to go. But I've got lights in this. And this has been a very difficult build because I had to build the bridge first. Then I had to go back and I had to build the engines, because you've got to hook everything up to a switch in the middle. That's what this is here.
30 minutes, Mike.
30 minutes of the show left, you guys. Oh my God. And so anyway, I've got fiber optic lights running all over this. And so you can't see it because I covered it up, but all the wiring for these engines and the is inside this. And the fiber optics, yeah, they're turning out spectacular. This is my best fiber optic build so far. Boy, and I really goofed up. I might tear those off and build them again, because I can put orange lights in them as clearance lights. Or white. No, I'll just save it for another idea. This here, I should have drilled these, because these are plastic Q-tips. I could have put the fiber optic in the top of this, run it all the way down into here. Next time I have anything sticking up on any kind of ship, I'm going to put a clearance light in it. I tell you what, these will bend and not break. That's the one cool thing about Q-tips, especially the plastic ones. Paper Q-tips, not so much. They just bend over and break. Okay, so now did that part stick down this time? Did it stay down there? It did. All right. I'm not going to have to fix that again. Now, see this? This is the armor that goes on this shoulder part. Well, this is what it looks like before you put the armor on. See this? This here? Everything I build is like this. You have to put those rafters in place and then put your armor or your skin and your armor on top of the rafters. Every part of this is built the same. Say that again, Eddie.
How do the lights get their colors?
What do you mean, how do the lights get their colors? They're LEDs. Okay? These 3 LEDs came out of an old toy. Those ones were actually bought and put in there. That's how they get their colors. These did not. Okay? These LEDs were white. I lost my orange ones. I can't find them. I don't know what, I don't understand. They couldn't go anywhere. They got to be right here. So, I know these had to be orange. So I took an old tail light off a bicycle And I cut the parts, put them in there, glued the grill work on. Then I put the white LEDs inside here, and that's what you've got. Is you got the color you need. If you got an old, got an old broken taillight from a car, there's your red LEDs. You can use white LEDs, and you can put the red from the taillight, and now your brake lights come on. So it's all in knowledge. All right. The more knowledge you have about stuff, the more things you can make. Well, those are actually in pretty good shape. So, what does this look like? Okay, that looks like that. See, now I have a picture on my laptop, and I've blown it up very big, so I can see all the cool stuff that I got to do.
No, it hurts. No. Does your teeth hurt? Feet hurt?
All right. Now, I'm at a very delicate situation here. When I look at the picture of my Hammerhead Corvette on my laptop, this engine has got a cutout in it right here like this. And it's got these square block in it with a bunch of detail work on it. Now, I'm a very, very, very big stickler of making stuff accurately. I've got a light and wires in here that I cannot afford to cut. So I have to try and figure out how to cut this block out of here and not mess up the fiber optic light, the LED. So I think that actually goes to here. I got to make this a lot bigger. Okay, that's right there. So there is where I have to go. And then I have to go to here. Now, I don't have to make this perfect. I just have to get it close. Okay, that's about 2 inches. Okay. Now, this is the dangerous part here. I have got this bower. All right, now this bower is a pretty heavy-duty cutter. Be careful when you're using power tools versus what you got going on. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and grab one of my needle nose pliers, little ones, and I start tearing this apart. And the thing is, because you're building with scratch, what, Eddie?
Minnie's in.
Hi, Minnie. And you have to do this carefully, okay? You can't force this stuff, because if you do, you're going to end up breaking something that's hard to fix. All right, now, you guys haven't seen this for months. This is what I was building before. These are the 2 pieces. So now it's very delicate what I have to do now.
minutes.
20 minutes of the show left, you guys, and I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow. And I hope everybody had a good weekend. I really do. And now I don't, I don't want you all playing with knives. I really don't. But sometimes you have to have one. And so now what I have to do is try and figure out how to peel this off of here. Very carefully. Do not work quick. Take your time, because it could destroy what you built. See, what I have to do is very carefully break into.
Why are you cutting it open?
There is a, when I look at the picture of this engine, there's a block that goes in here, a square block. So I have to take and cut this thing down so that I can put that block in place. Now, when I was building these, I did not see that. And so now I have to repair it, which means I have to do something that I did not want to have to do, but I have to. It's just, you have to. Because I like things to look as accurate as possible. And so it's, it is what it is. You know, sometimes you have to fix things. Oops. Cut that off. All right, there we go. And the nice thing is you're working with paper. Okay, and so working with paper, you have a lot of leeway with how you can fix stuff, because it's paper. All I have to do is put the new blocks in place, put some detail work on it, and all this damage that I'm doing will be gone. Okay. Oops. So you guys are getting to see something that most of my 97,000 followers have never seen. I've never had to do this before. And by the way, thank you guys. Thank you all for following me. We're trying to get to 100K followers. We are really close. So thank you all for your support. See, the reason I'm being so careful with this is because I got wiring in here. I cannot cut that wiring because it's very, very hard to go in this small of an area and patch wires. Okay, let's see if I can't get a part of this to open up. You guys are seeing something that is very rare. Extremely rare. I don't mess up usually when I'm building. At least not this much. This is one of those kind of things where it's like, oops, I wished I would have noticed this at the beginning, so I'm not doing this now. But it's paper. Okay, I'm building with paper. So I just, right now, I'm tearing apart the paper that I need to get this to be accurate, to be correct.
Minnie said, sorry I can't stay longer, y'all, but I have a crap pad of homework, so I gotta go.
All right, Minnie, study hard, my friend. You're going to do well. All right. Now that is getting better. Yeah, it is. Yeah, paper glued together is sturdy. And so what I'm doing right now is sad, but it has to be done. Because I want this to look really good. Well, I don't see any wiring in there because the wiring goes down inside. Okay, so I should be able to cut this right through.
Somebody said you look swagger as fuck.
I make what?
You look swagger as fuck.
Well, thank you. Now,
Two engines to go, Mike.
well, no, I've got,
Papua New Guinea's asking.
I've got to fix this part. All right, and that's where I'm at right now. Is I'm having to tear this open. But I look down inside here, and the wires are clear up front, so that means I can cut into this now. Once you can see what you're doing, then it's easy to fix. This is a diamond wheel, you guys. It works really good for cutting paper. And the cool thing about that is you're not going to wear your diamond wheel out on paper. Okay, let's take and peel off another layer. Now,
Details you put on the Hammerhead, the later that you have to start on the Titanic.
so what? The whole thing is, I'm not going to rush any build that I do. It's like when I do start the Titanic, I'm not going to rush it. If I make a mistake on the Titanic, I'm going to fix it.
That was a joke.
That was a joke?
Yeah.
Who's joking?
Never mind.
Okay, I missed it completely.
You can read, Mike. Go ahead and read.
Why?
It's 10 minutes, Mike. Go ahead and read.
Anyway, you guys, I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, there's the wires to that engine. And I had to be very careful not to cut them. And so now that I know where that's at, it's actually going to make this easier to deal with. You guys are watching the first time I've ever had to do something this drastic to fix. And see, still works good because I did not cut the wires. And hey, is this thing still strong? Yes, it is. Just because I'm cutting into this does not make it any less strong. Yeah, paper burns easy. But I tell you what, when it's built like this, it does not burn easy. Because you got glue in between every layer of paper. All right. Let me clean this up a little bit. Burnt my finger. When it's glued together in layers like this, it does not burn easy. And when you cover it with acrylic paint, it doesn't get wet easy either. Garbage. Yeah, it is impressive. I've learned a lot in my lifetime, and I've learned things that is very important lessons to know. Absolutely. Yeah. When you take, wait a second, give me these back. When you roll this stuff up and glue it together, it does not burn well. It just does not. The glue makes it so tight that it doesn't allow it to burn. What I do is, I guess, similar to paper mache, but paper mache, you dip your paper into gluey water and then you paper mache stuff. This is not the same. You add glue to the paper, but then you put it on pieces. It goes on each piece as you build. So it's only similar to paper mache in the aspect that you use glue in both applications. Well, Kevin, welcome to my phone show, Kevin. I do this, if you follow me, Kevin, and set up notifications, I do this show Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Pacific Standard Time. Now, there's only 8 more minutes of the show, but tomorrow, Kevin, I'll be live 2 hours earlier than right now. Hope to see you then, Kevin. That'd be kind of cool. But anyway, not paper mache. It's different. So, what I'm building, a Hammerhead Corvette from the movie Rogue One. Can I build anything? Oh yeah, doesn't matter what it is. Yeah. Okay, oops. Paper Delorean. Yeah. Okay. Paper Dragonfly. Yeah. Yep. Paper Negan's baseball bat. Except for the barbed wire, that's real. Paper sword, Michonne's. So, do you want to build something that they don't have a model kit of? Okay. You can build it with paper. You can make anything you want. And as you can see, there's a lot of detail on this. All created from paper. Except for the fiber optics and the LEDs. Those are not.
Awesome, Andrew, sent a bronze medal.
Thank you for the bronze medal. Thank you very much. Doom pie. Yeah. You got it. Never made a ship in a bottle, Kevin. Not interested in that. I know how to do it. You know, back when I was a kid, they were doing that regularly. And what it is you have to build a little model. All right, now it has to be able to fold up so you can stick it in the bottle, and then you pull the thread from the front of the mast, stands everything up in the bottle. I know how to do it. I don't want to do it. Welcome back, Soul. You caught the end of the show. There's only 5 more minutes, Soul. I'll be back tomorrow. If you follow me and set up notifications, you know. And Soul, 2 hours earlier tomorrow, I'll be live. Avatar the Paper Bender. Oh, thank you very much. Yes. Yes, I've had, yes, I have custom builds that I've done. If you go to paperarmy.net, you can see stuff that's for sale right now. You bet, Kevin. Absolutely. Hello. How you doing, please? Welcome to the show. I'm sorry I caught the end of it. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for the torch. Thank you, guys. Oh, we're at 300 likes. Wow, that's awesome. Yes, Emily, it is cool. Matter of fact, one of the last commission builds I did was for Joe Pelosi up in Canada. I built a 1973 Huey helicopter from Vietnam. He sent me these Fisker scissors. I tell you what, these are really good for making all the detail parts that I got to make. I have no idea what Disney lyrics are. Biggest thing I've made out of paper so far is the Star Destroyer. I am going to do the Titanic when I'm done building this Corvette. When this is done, I'm going to build the Titanic. That is a fan build that is going to start next. Thank you, King. Absolutely, yes. I say hand. Oh, that's Sim. That's Sim. That sounds like something you'd play a game in. Inspirational life advice? Yes, we're all human beings. Let's start acting like it. I started, my very first build 17 years ago was a mini Falcon. Okay. What?
Apologize. I'm just telling Terry, sorry, I thought he was being a troll at the beginning.
Oh. Yeah, Terry, we got a lot of trolls in the show. And sometimes people get mistaken for trolls, and I'm sorry about that too. Oh. And that is OWDE plays. I don't know what that is. But anyway, plays, good luck with your build. Falcon's your favorite, Kevin? Check this out. This is what I teach people about. It doesn't take patience to do this. It takes dedication. Look, what's that? Uh-oh, it's another round thing I lost. This Falcon, it's hollow, and they're tough, you guys. Over 3,000 pieces of paper, and it took 365 hours. 365 hours. That's 1 hour a night for a year. And this is mirrored. The Falcon's thing is correct. What, Eddie?
2 minutes. 1 minute now.
Okay. Well, shoot, there's like 10,000 good places to live outside of America. I have no idea where none. I don't know. That's something unless you've lived there. Anyway. All right, you guys, it's the end of the show. That means I got to go. If you followed me and set up notifications, it'll let you know I'll be back live tomorrow. I've been doing this for 5 years now, you guys. I'm not going to quit. I love my show, and I love talking to people from all over the world. So, salute, Paper Army. If you get a bronze membership, $2.98, $3 a month. Bronze membership will get you a tutorial on how to make Falcons. And it starts with stuff like this. Okay. Now, let's remember something, everybody. Never stop learning. Okay. Number 2, does not matter what you are. Doesn't matter where you are. Does not matter who you are. Doesn't matter what color you are, and it doesn't matter what religion you are either. We all live on the third rock from the sun. That makes us human beings. How about if, since we're intelligent and supposed to be enlightened, we start being better human beings and stop fighting other human beings? It's kind of dumb in my opinion. Take care, Paper Army. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night.